All right, and yeah, that was good. You guys came in and screwed up the. Oh, that's good. Hold on a second. Someday I will figure this out, and then there we go. Now everybody's on the screen. Yes, everybody's on the screen except for Dr. Jess. Yeah, I hear her coming down the hall. So and Richard. So yeah, I said, are you gonna make it? He's like, okay. He says Jamie's home tonight, and I said, okay. Yeah, that's why I said okay. So Step Pope Richard is gone for the night. So it's just the four of us, unless I can convince somebody else to hop on and actually talk, or convince somebody to actually watch. Because Richard's always like the one person who's watching this at all times. And Orion decided to roll in as a black square, I guess. White text. Oh, we're talking about what the hell we're doing every Tuesday at 6 p.m. now, and why we're doing it. And Alice gave us an entire package on what to do and how to do it and everything, which I cut and pasted the first 10 lines out of and posted it into the description of this video. But, hey, mostly we're just trying to come up with funny clips that we can, like, then, use as shorts that people would actually. So, Orion, you're going to have to step up to bat and cover for Richard and everything like that. Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Not getting the audio from you guys for some reason.
Well, we can hear you.
Well, yeah, but nobody
Yeah.
else out there in the real world could hear you. Now they can. Now they
Okay,
can.
that's good.
Okay.
I always tell people when they have the mics off they can't hear them that I'm just going to make up what they're saying. And so, like, if I'm in a meeting and somebody's like, and they don't have the mic on, I'll say, oh, that person just told me I don't have to do my work today and I can go home and still get paid. And if they don't get the mic turned on and tell me that's not what it is before I log out of the meeting,
Perfect.
because what am I supposed to say? Somebody comes up, what did you do yesterday? Well, I did what I was told.
Yeah, they told me I could go home.
I'm pretty positive that's what they said. I couldn't hear, but I saw the lips move.
I don't think that
And
works for me.
What?
I don't think that works for me. I can't
That's
just,
because your boss is a jackass.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. I deal with her boss every day.
Yep.
Her boss is hard. Her boss is hard on her and everything. So, I don't know.
So what are we talking about today?
Literally, I thought we could talk about what we're doing here today.
So what are we doing here today?
There's a couple things we could talk about. One is we have a book coming out. We've actually published a book.
We should do a little short on like an ad for our book.
Mm-hmm.
It's the.
It
doesn't show up because you have your blurred background.
It did until you said that, and then I moved again. So I have to. This is an art form here. Look, I disappeared.
Look,
I vanished.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
Can you hand me my book?
What? I got it.
I'm gonna fix this problem here.
Yeah, you can't fix this problem because you're not over here at the house.
Hey, it's showing it down there in the corner.
Maybe when you see me Thursday,
see, now it's down in the corner. Now it's fine.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I can magically fix the problem. Ready?
Yes. Ooh, okay, fine.
Ooh, look, mine doesn't
You
become
are
a
amazing.
pile of books.
What?
Yours becomes a pile of books when you hold it in front of your face. I have to hold over our little, not for resale thing.
It's a prototype. It's a copy we got so that
really
we can make sure that the pages.
This is our proofreader stuff.
Yes,
and we got spaces to doodle.
Did our proofreaders get done with their stuff?
I did.
And we got
That's the copy you have.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I got all these Sarah, did you proofread it?
I didn't find anything when I was proofreading it, other than this paper is thin.
Well, the pages are completely off.
At the end,
About
and
halfway
then they go
through the
back to
book.
being, and then they
Then
go
they
back
go
to
back
being on.
being correct.
But that's okay.
Because it's supposed to
Yeah.
have text on one side and then the worksheet on the other side of it. So
Yeah, and then it switches.
yeah, I could have really used that book today. So do you want to explain what that
I
book
think-
is?
I think the whole world could have used this book today. I think because, we're like a few weeks now, or 2 weeks now into the new year, and all of our New Year's resolutions have gone, and we failed on them all. Here's the solution. You get this Oops journal.
Except you can't order it yet till they change those pages.
Yeah.
So next week.
Once we fix the Oops.
Once
we fix the mistakes in our mistake journal, then you can order our mistake journal.
Once we fix the oops in the oops.
Which I think is fantastic that we have oopses in the oops.
I do too.
Maybe I should just leave them in the oops, but
And I love this. Like, reflections from the rubble. How cool,
So Dr. Jess, do you want to explain the oops journal to people out there?
Okay, I'll give it my best. The whole point is that we all screw up all the time, every day. And if we look at those screw ups as failures and everything's horrible and we've messed up, then we don't learn anything from it. But if we examine and look at what went wrong and how we responded to it and what we want to do different next time, then we can grow from it. And the world being what it is, there's lots and lots to write about.
That sounded so serious.
I'm the serious one, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
90 days worth of stuff to write about.
And where can they learn more about this oops journal, like in a workshop type setting? Yeah, Ryan. I want Ryan. I saw Ryan's facial expression. I want to see Ryan explain where this can actually happen.
I'm just an intern. I don't actually know.
Oh, we just promoted you. You're now step pope of Western Wyoming or whatever the heck Richard calls himself.
Yeah,
You're filling in.
Wyoming.
Hey, you get just as much vote as him now.
Hold on, let me do some research on Wyoming real quick.
You gotta hold up his weight, which honestly the banter is a little bit off when he's doing it. So I guess you're doing fine actually. Anyway, back to the actual story. Dr. Jess, where can you actually learn more about this oops journal?
On the 30th, we're doing a workshop at Poppin' Off in Tucson. You can find the journal hopefully on Amazon starting next week-ish. But if you want to come do it with us and learn about it and you're in Tucson, then come join us on the 30th at Poppin' Off.
Do you have to buy our book to come down to Poppin' Off and learn about it?
No, but you really should because we're awesome.
And we're desperate for money. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to add that? I don't know if I'm supposed to add. Subscriptions come due like in the next 2 months. So we're going to have to figure out what to do. There is, I think, on the Oops Journal thing, what type of activities is going on with that session too? Isn't there like stickers and?
We're going to decorate them and talk about them, and it's a journal decorating workshop.
And if you want to get the really special stuff, if you bring your finger and a needle, you can sign it in blood, and we'll guarantee that. Wait, no. We're not a cult. We're not a cult at all. So that
and
was
if you
the
can't
first thing.
wait until the 30th to come hang out with us, we're going to be hanging out at Poppin' Off this week on Thursday.
That's
true.
true.
I forgot about that.
Oh, did you schedule something else for it, Sarah? So you're not gonna be there,
No,
are you?
I forgot about it. No, I'll be there. I forgot.
You're gonna be
I'm
there.
good.
Okay. Well, I don't want you. If you have something more important to do, by all means, feel free to. So, what are we doing at Poppin' Off this weekend, or this Thursday? Because it's not on the weekend.
Thursday. It's not a weekend. We're gonna play Scooby Thulu because I've been jealous every time you played Scooby Thulu without me.
What
So
do
now
I
you have to
have
play
to
with
do with it?
Just out of
You're the one
curiosity,
who-
how do we spell Scooby Thulu?
Scooby Thulu.
Scooby.
Hyphens
Mm.
Thulu.
Yeah.
You know Cthulhu.
Sure.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You just cut it off. You cut it off, and then you stick it on as a tail.
Okay.
See? So
Yeah,
see, if
there's
you
a
look at the
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu that Orion has, you can see it has tentacles for the mouth.
Right.
So Scooby Thulu is basically just a dog with a tentacle for a tail. No, actually, I don't know. I've run two different versions of this game, one for children and one for adults, and so I guess we might. Are you okay? Do you want to interrupt some more? Do you want me to do? Who's the guy who did Terminator? The new no. Who's the guy who did Inception?
Yeah. See, Richard's not here, so.
He didn't know. I don't think he knows the movie Inception either. Anyway, he went off on a huge rant and yelled and screamed at somebody because he made noise on a set about 15 years ago, something like that. So I was going to do that to you, Orion, but you lucked out because I don't remember what his name is, so it doesn't make any point to do that and everything. I do see we have one person watching us. It's amazing how much $10 actually will get you.
Woo-hoo.
You know,
Hello.
these are the jokes,
All right.
people. You guys.
So, come play Scooby Thulu with us on Thursday. Buy your Oops journal for later this month.
Go down.
What else did you want to talk about? Can we talk about other stuff?
We can talk about Poppin' Off and how they should go down there and spend money.
Yeah.
Poppin' Off is a really cool store in Tucson, the corner of Broadway and Swan.
And we're not getting paid for this, so you know.
No. And eventually we're going to eat Greek before we go there. Because there's a really good Greek restaurant right there.
I don't like Greek food.
That's your own problem. I just want to promote. I just want to see if we can get Opas to sponsor us, and then
go knock on the door and say, "Hey, we
go eat there for free."
Pretty
sure they're not going to want to sponsor a cult. That's not a cult.
You don't say cult. You say something else.
A community group.
That's what I've been telling everybody. Anybody asks me about it, I'm like, "Yeah, my
community group of like-minded individuals."
That's what I say. If I say something,
we laugh in the dumpster fire and bring marshmallows. That's what I try to say.
I say,
and then that sounds really appealing. That sounds really appealing.
Dr. Jess made this awesome video for our community.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Jess makes all the awesome videos for our community.
Did you see the ad for Scooby Thulu that I put out today? It's not awesome.
No.
It's so bad.
I have been
lip sync is off.
Because the weather has been really, really nice. I have been avoiding all media and I've been sitting out on my balcony reading my book all day.
That's awesome.
It's nice that some of us have that option. Well, the rest of us have to watch this dumpster fire of the Clintons saying that they're not going to testify.
Yeah, I'm also trying to get over a cold, so I choose. I choose to ignore. I'm doing my 25 days of purging right now.
You know what? You missed the holiday season where that actually counted. Now you're into the new year. You gotta look. You gotta look, and you gotta pay attention.
I watched the evening news before coming on here because I was like, "Oh, I don't remember what we're talking about, so I better know what happened in the world today."
Well, we're not supposed to talk about that. We're supposed to talk about good things, or we're supposed to look at the news and find good things in the news. And I guess I guess a good thing about Minnesota is that they took the mask off and they're just going all out now. So, yay, that's good.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Because it's obvious. It's like a litmus test. Anybody who supports it, you know who they are and what they are, and you can just move on past it.
Can you move on past it? I can't.
Well, you can move on past those people, so like walking past them. You don't have to stop and ask them questions. Unless it's ice, in which case you need to stop.
Okay, so that's a good question. Like if those people, the ones that support ICE or the ICE people, If you come across them, what do you do? Just walk past? Don't say
I try
anything?
not to come across them, which is why I haven't left the house in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's say
what?
they
It's
came
true.
across you whenever you went to the store.
Then we have a real problem because they're in my house at that point. And if I have ice in my house, I have a bigger problem than having to deal with their attitude. Um,
But
it'd
you're
be
a
like
cult
a
leader. What are we supposed to do whenever all of this stuff is going on?
well, you follow the 5 tenets. You be
Be
nice
kind.
to them, or be kind to them. And
Be
if you
kind
can't be
first.
kind, you be nice. And if you can't be nice, you can be funny. But I don't think that's going to go good with
I
them at
don't think they
all.
respond well to humor.
I don't think they
They
respond
don't
well
respond well
to
to niceness either, because Renee Good said, "I'm not mad at you, dude."
We have 5 steps. Okay,
I
we still
think
have
we
4. You
actually
can
have
shut
come
up. Don't
to,
say anything that's going to antagonize them.
but I think we've actually come to a point where this is something that I don't know if I agree with. I don't know that the 5 tenets work in this situation.
Well, they do in
Because
the end because you're either going to fuck off or they're going to fuck off.
But they're
Or
not
they're going to
fucking
have
off.
you fuck off into a jail cell.
but I think that being kind and being nice and being funny are all things that we've done in protests, and I don't know that that's enough. I think it's time to disrupt.
Okay, well, here's the question. Does anything
Non-violently.
does it
Non-violently disrupt.
does anything in that whole entire thing say that you have to bother to try the first 3 steps? No, you can just skip to step 4. You can just skip to step 5.
But step 4 is to be quiet, and step 5 is to go
No, no, no,
away.
no,
But
no.
what if I just want to
Step
go?
four is
Going away.
Step four is
Going
to
away,
shut
yeah.
up. Step
Yes,
3,
but shutting up or going away is not helping the people.
true, but go back to our actual philosophy of abscordism. Okay, so under that mindset, we have to combat things like this with humor. Okay,
Yes.
so when you say disrupt's an absolute great idea. Bubble guns are a perfect option for step 3. They're absurd, they're funny, they're non-lethal, and it pisses the
Well,
people
and
off.
protesting in
But I
costume
loved,
also.
yeah, I loved that about Portland when Portland first started with us. And they're showing up in the big blow up costumes and they're dancing and they've got, their bubbles and stuff. That was awesome.
Wasn't that funny?
But it keeps going.
There
I think
is
it's
an
time
art.
to do that in a way that disrupts the event. Show up
we're
with
just-
our bubble guns and sit in the middle of the walkway so people can't enter the detention center.
That's what they were doing,
Mhm.
though. That's exactly what they're doing. There is an article we have on our site. That's an older article that I put up a while ago about this. It's on our website. Give me a second here. Gosh, what's our website? What group
The
are we?
Cult of Brighter Days.
cultofbrighterdays.org.
Org.
Yeah, I like to say that, have people say that, so I don't get in trouble for saying cult so often. Anyway, there's an article here, if I can find it. It's probably buried and everything. Gosh, somebody needs to clean up this website. I don't know who. I don't know. Maybe
Which article are you talking about?
It talks about violence and how we should approach violence and deal with violence. Because what we're talking about when we're talking about dealing with these people, we're talking about a violent situation. And we're talking about trying to deal with the violence. And, when you're looking at the 5 points of the philosophy, it does come down to like, it doesn't sound like it's a very safe philosophy, like you said, Jess. It sounds like it's, hey, I'm just going to lay over and die or whatever, and everything. Let me find this article. Yeah, it's an article called "Kindness and the Art of Not Getting Murdered." Okay. And
Okay, did we have a short that we can?
I can make it. We can make a short out of it, but the point of it is
I don't think we made a short on that one.
No, this was one of the very first ones I came up with before we even got this going. So,
Okay.
kindness and the art of
So
not
way
getting
back.
murderers. So, oh, lovely, another post about kindness. I can practically hear you rolling your eyes from here. But Alice, you say, clutching your crystals and organic fair trade coffee, violence is never the answer. Tell that to the jackass who thinks your personal space is a suggestion. Okay? So let's clarify that kindness does not equate to stupidity. Yes, our first tenet is be kind. Notably absent from that tenet is while letting aggressive idiots use you as a punching bag. Say, you want to know what's really kind? Teaching someone that actions have consequences. Consider it a public service. You're helping them learn valuable life lessons like personal space exists, and harassment might result in a dislocated thumb. See, it's all about the framing of it and everything. So, self defense isn't about being a badass. It's about making sure that you get home alive and intact because some people skip the day they taught basic human decency at school. These are the same people who think no means try harder and leave me alone means please continue breathing down my neck. Here's a shocking revelation: you can be kind and know how to break someone's nose if they try to assault you. These are not mutually exclusive concepts. In fact, I'd argue that being able to defend yourself makes kindness more meaningful because it's a choice rather than a survival strategy. The hierarchy of response, much to your question about why these tenets work or don't work. So, since some of you seem confused, this is for everybody, not for the council, because the council is not confused about this type of stuff, okay? So, since some of you seem confused about appropriate escalation, let me break this down. 1. Did someone make an inappropriate comment? Use your words. 2. Did someone won't stop following you? Use louder words. 3. Does someone grab you? Congratulations, they've just volunteered for a practical demonstration in the physics of pain. See? How does that work? Nobody suggested you roundhouse kick someone for taking the last donut, but if someone decides your no needs physical enforcement, well, that's their choice, isn't it? The fine art of not being a victim. Look, I get it. Violence isn't nice. You know what else isn't nice? Getting assaulted because you were too worried about being kind to protect yourself. In a universe, the universe doesn't give out gold stars for martyrdom. Being kind means treating others with respect, and it doesn't mean letting them treat you like you're their personal doormat. Some people only understand boundaries when enforced with a swift knee to the groin. So, in conclusion, remember, you can be both kind and dangerous. I highly recommend it. The world needs more people who can quote Gandhi while executing a perfect wrist lock. Stay kind out there, but maybe take a self-defense class too, just in case someone needs help understanding the concept of personal space in a more direct manner. Have this covered. It is in our tenets, and it
Okay.
works with it. It's one of
Well,
the
and a
things
lot
that
of what I've been reading and listening to this week has been about whether when do we become violent? When is it when does it not non-violent protest? And I still think we don't need to have violence, but we don't need to be peaceful either.
the
We
the
don't need to be
problem
quiet little doormats anymore.
the problem with violence right now, if violence is triggered, is it's going to bring a bigger reaction from the people who are being violent right now anyway, and they're just waiting for that.
But authoritarian regimes tend to let us burn ourselves out by spending all of our energy on fruitless protests. But I mean, I think that makes sense. If we're just standing on the street screaming at the air and nobody's doing anything, it doesn't make any difference.
Sarah, you have a comment before I tell you how
So
that's taken care of?
I have so I read this thing that was like, maybe we should start protesting differently. And we should, instead of having our little signs, they should be made out of plywood so that they would be shields for the rubber bullets. Instead of going completely empty, we should have buckets with lids for the tear gas when it gets thrown at us. We should be better prepared in these protests to be the recipients of violence by being able to better protect ourselves. We should be the ones wearing gas masks, and we should be the ones wearing the full vests, and if they're going to come armed like that,
We should come armed as
we
well.
should
Well, we should come to
we should be
protect it.
protect
We
it.
don't have to be armed, but being armed is not necessarily a bad thing either. But here's the thing about what you were saying there with this. You're right. Screaming at the corner and screaming at the clouds and everything doesn't do much good. But the thing is, you have to be out there screaming at the clouds. And like you said, they're trying to drain us of all the energy that we have so that we're defeated. When we came up with the idea of the Cult of Brighter Days, we were not an active protest group. We're not an active protest group for a specific reason. We are a what type of group? We
want to point out the humor in the situations.
Well, no, but we're also a support
and
group.
community support.
Yeah, community support group.
We're support group. We're here to make sure those people who are out on the corner screaming at the sky, including us when we go do it, we're here to make sure they have a place to come back to so they can recharge those batteries so they don't get drugged down into the mud. This is one of the reasons that we really promote gaming as a escapism. It's not necessarily to escape reality, but it's to give you a place to go to recharge your batteries, to recharge your energy, so you can go back out there and deal with the crap. So you come back to a world where, yeah, you can get killed by a giant spider and poisoned, or you can get, pummeled by a supervillain or something like that. But you can go back out there and feel like, at least I made some difference in some world somewhere. It might not be in this world, but I made a difference, so I'm a little bit more energized. You can go to a potluck and play a game. Gaming is great when you have community, because then you're talking to people, you're around people, you charge your energies because you're in a social situation. Even if you're online gaming, it does that too. So, and gaming is not the only thing. The reason I say gaming as opposed to like getting together and watching a movie, which is just as valid, is that when you're all watching a movie, you're not interacting with each other. You're watching.
I also think it doesn't have to be planned interactions. I read an account this week of an Uber driver or DoorDash driver who ICE came after him, and the people he was delivering to let him in the house and wouldn't let ICE in unless they had a warrant. And the guy was able to escape being caught. And it just takes
which is being kind to somebody.
Yeah.
You're opening up your door and being kind to that person and refusing to let the people who aren't being kind in.
See, that's the thing. You're still falling in within our guidelines. You're still falling in within that tenet. Those tenets are there for a reason, and those tenets don't mean you have to be walked all over. But people can look at them and think that's what the case is. I was dead serious when I wrote that. I was dead serious when me and Alice wrote the fact that being kind is teaching people that personal space exists.
Yeah, I think but it goes beyond that too. It's helping others who don't have the agency to have personal space, or the people who are being hurt right now, and standing up and letting them in the door.
Right.
Remembering
but that's still following within that
neighbors.
thing. We have to do it. Why didn't you have the pizza guy come in and play a game too? Maybe that'd be even more
if ICE was there, then but maybe the pizza guy gets one of our cards and gets invited to the next gathering.
Maybe he takes the card to the cell when ICE does catch him, and then hands the card around, and then everybody can watch it and say, hey, I'm in a cell and I was caught, but you know what? These guys really suck at what they do.
Days, man.
No, these guys really suck at what they do, and I'm not that bad at making a fool of myself on YouTube like that. So, it's okay. It is. It's a whole thing. And Orion. See, he's not even paying attention. What's your input on this topic?
He totally wasn't paying attention. He totally zoned out.
The sad part is, or he's our intern, so he should be running the video for this show, and he should be running the chat room for this show. We have somebody watching in there. Have you chatted with them, Orion? Get in there and chat with the person who's in there.
Have you told them about?
I paid them $10 to be in there and said somebody would chat with them. Okay. What?
Yeah. And subscribe to our and put in our little Patreon link.
Yeah.
I did. Well, Patreon links in our description of the show and everything like that. We're still making 80 cents, and we made money off the album, so we are in the red. But we're positive in the red.
Red?
Yeah,
No.
I was
Been
not
in the
lying.
red
We're
the
not
whole
in the.
time.
That little amount of money is not putting us anywhere near the black. Okay, we're
Been
still
in the red for a
red.
year now.
What?
We've been in the red for almost a year now. When did we start?
What are you talking about? I've been doing this since 1998.
Yeah, but we started putting videos out almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yes, we have. Well, we started this thing and actually started being serious about it last December. Because it was just one of those points where I realized I'm old. I'm going to die eventually. Or I'm going to appear to die.
It's one of those points where we realized that we knew what was coming.
I'm going to die?
I mean,
I guess.
No, that the world was going to be in chaos again. I was watching that lawyer show that I've been watching, and it's disheartening that like they're going through everything that happened last time Trump was in office, and it could be happening right now. Like it could be a current relevant thing, but no, it's from 8 years ago.
Term. Yeah, it's from the first term.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I think I need to start watching West Wing again. Just feeling better about my president.
You know what I started watching to make myself feel better? 1970s science fiction movies.
Oh, fun.
And 1970s disaster movies like The Swarm. You know why? Here's why. Because when I watched this, when I was a kid, and I lived in South Dakota, and killer bees were a thing. Killer bees were a big thing around 76, 77, 78, and everything like that. And I was like 6 and everything like that. And I didn't like getting stung by bees in the first place. And then talk about these Africanized bees, and it's just terrifying and everything. And my parents never let me watch scary movies, largely because I love scary movies. I love scary comic books. My cousin gave me a stack of House of Mysteries and House of Secrets and everything, and when I was like 6, and I stayed at my grandparents' house, and I'd have my grandfather put them in a shoebox and tie them up every night and stick them under the bed so they couldn't get me. But then I'd read them all day long and everything like that. So, I was totally terrified of this stuff, but loved it to death. Anyway, The Swarm was about these killer bees. The Swarm makes sense. It has Peter O'Toole in it, though. Go figure that one out. Was it Peter O'Toole? Maybe it wasn't Peter O'Toole.
We don't know.
Well, it was one of those guys. It's the 70s. It was fairly big. It was like an Irwin Allen disaster flick.
Okay.
And all I saw was the commercials. Now, if you have a young kid who has a great imagination and he watches all these trailers for these horror movies that are put together with the best scenes from the horror movies, inspiring you to go watch these horror movies, which are terrifying, and the kid's imagination has to fill in the gaps. So it's a 2-hour-long horror movie. The phone's in front of you, Sarah. It's obvious you're not listening to me.
No, I'm looking it up. I'm like, oh, it's Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. That's it.
Yeah. That's all I'm doing is I'm looking up who you're trying to talk about.
Well, anyway,
I need to know.
You have a 2.5-hour movie. It's like 2.5 hours long, but the commercial I saw was 60 seconds. So I had to fill in those additional minutes that I missed with my imagination because my parents wouldn't let me see the movie. So that means I had to make up how much time did I have to make up if there was 60 seconds? I had to make up 219 minutes worth of filler story in between those. But the thing is, I didn't have the beginning and the end because I didn't have the end so you had to fill in all these gaps and everything. So I filled in all these little gaps and everything like that. It was a terrifying movie. It's an absolutely horrible movie. I was terrified of it and everything. I saw it again recently. I actually watched it for the first time about 2 months ago and realized that what terrified me as a small child is not anything to be terrified at all. Unless you worry about Houston, because I lived in South Dakota and the movie took place in Texas and New Mexico, and that's all the further the bees could get. But I didn't know that as a kid, so it's like, watching 70s movies can be very very calming. Instead of going and watching West Wing, which is way too accurate compared to what we have going on right now. I'm worried about killer bees, and I found a solution to make me feel better. You're worried about political things, so you go watch something to make it worse. Who's being the smart one now?
I googled The Swarm, and IMDb says it is one of the worst motion pictures ever made.
It was. It was what? Actually, I'm sorry. It was one of the best, most horrific disaster movies ever in existence, up until I actually watched it.
So was this a Mondo Monday thing, or like?
No, I actually looked it up on YouTube.
On your
I looked it up on YouTube and watched it during work one day because it was like, you know. But the point of the matter is like I said, imagination gone awry. There are so many movies that my parents wouldn't let me watch because they were terrifying and everything that if I actually would have watched them, I would have never been worried about anything in the world.
See, that's the difference between your childhood and mine, where mine laughed about watching Puppet Master and let me watch the intro to it.
It was pretty good, actually. Puppet Master was. You're talking about you're talking about the Puppet Master, not the Puppet Masters, which is the Heinlein. The Puppet Master is the Robert Heinlein alien invasion.
No, okay,
movie.
You know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's a different one. What scary movie am I talking about?
You're talking about the Puppet Master. It's this guy who has this case of a bunch of puppets, and they go into a hotel, and there's a guy that has mind control powers, and the puppets go around and kill everybody else in the hotel and everything, and then they make 5 or 6 sequels to it, and then they make a crossover between Puppet Master versus Deadly Toys. It was during the full moon video direct-to-video films of the 1990s, which were awesome movies, by the way. Mm-hmm. Most of them. Puppet Master series was really good. It was not super high budget, but it was really good low budget stuff. It was far much better than Satan's Cheerleaders or Sorority Girls at the Slime Bowl-orama. Sorry, I have a lot of Zombie Chicks in Chopper Town.
Yeah.
You get to see Billy Bob Thornton get kicked in the crotch in that movie, though, so it was totally worth going to see it just for that scene.
Awesome.
So what are you taking your child to go see this month at the Loft?
Oh,
you know?
You should go with us, Orion. You should go with us, Orion. Mm-hmm. Repo Man. Well, there's Repo Man, RoboCop. They're the classics.
They're doing a theme there, aren't they?
Yeah, they do a theme every month. They had The Prestige was last week, and we missed that. I don't know if you ever saw The Prestige. It's the one with the dueling magicians. Wolverine versus Christian Bale. And they're competing magicians for the same girl and everything. It's got David Bowie as Nikola Tesla in it. So
cool.
It is really good and very depressing. And it does fit in with the Cult of Brighter Days' major concepts of reality being sort of wackadoo.
But you didn't tell me that they're going to show Punch Drunk Love. I know that's on the list of things we were never going to watch again.
There is a reason I didn't tell you that, because I love that movie and I will never watch that movie again. I will never watch. It's like being John Malkovich. I will not watch that movie again. I love it to death. It was like one of the best movies I've ever seen, and never will I watch it again. Ryan, put it on your list of movies to watch, especially on a date night. Both of them. You take your girlfriend out; those are great movies to go watch with your girlfriend.
Well,
I'm sorry. Your potential former girlfriend. Those are great movies to go watch with your potential former girlfriend.
Yeah.
I do know that we are going to go on a date at some point. Like
Wait a second. You have a girlfriend? I was joking. Oh my god.
I do.
I'm shocked. Maybe I should learn more about my intern.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We're going to go see Iron Lung at some point.
You're going to go see what?
Iron Lung.
Oh, based on the video game?
Yeah.
When's that coming out? I didn't know that.
There's a showing at the Galaxy this on the 30th.
It's out? Okay, so you guys don't
Yeah.
play video games. Iron Lung is going to be a motion picture about a guy in a metal box, and that's all they're going to do is watch a guy in a metal box walk around and take pictures for 2 hours. But it looks like it's going to be an awesome
There's
movie.
also a lot of blood involved.
Well, the whole ocean is blood. The whole ocean he's in is blood.
Stop.
What?
I'm gonna go see
So,
that
the
later, and I
movie-
don't want it spoiled.
You're going to go see it?
The movie
Yeah, I'm going
broke a
inside to see
record
it with Nick. I don't
for how
want
much
this
fake blood they're
spoiled.
using.
You're spoiling it for me.
I'm just telling you about the
my
game.
God,
And
I
go
don't need
into
to
the other
know.
room,
I was gonna go into
child.
it blind.
Wait,
I didn't
go.
want to know anything about it.
Go in the other
I
room.
didn't want to
Go.
know anything, dude. I'm
Change the topic.
I'm sitting in
We're changing the
Sorry.
topic.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
All right,
Sorry.
Good job,
And you know
Orion.
what, kid? You need to go journal about these in your journal.
There is no plot to it.
I think now is a good time to put Orion on the spot and make him tell us something interesting from
That is true. We're getting towards that
the
time.
youth
That is
of
the
America
voice.
today.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the voice of the youth of America
And this time
today.
you're less on the spot than last week.
Well, you should be more prepared too, because you knew we were going to do this. Last week you had an excuse, being caught off guard. This week we want to know what the youth of America is really talking about.
There's a
As
lot
he
of
looks it
6-7s.
Can we be done with 6, 7?
6-7's
No,
old.
not yet apparently.
It's still going on.
That's okay. That's a lame one.
That was
That's-
so
is
last
that-
year.
Yeah, that's so last. Are
I
you
know,
fat?
right?
Yeah. So last year.
And it's still going on.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I even know about the stupid bird thing on TikTok. Do you not know that?
Which bird thing is this?
Bird. Okay.
Bird
Okay,
thing.
hold on. This is where the
We're
real
going back to
disconnect
birds
is.
aren't
I'm
real.
on Instagram. I am not on TikTok.
Oh,
What good are you
Bird
as an
thing on
intern who's
TikTok.
going to have the voice of the youth? You're not doing youthful things.
bird thing on
Um,
TikTok is this trend where people make it look like they're a bird. That's basically it. Where they edit it,
Huh.
so they edit out their legs and they put their arms in their shirt and grab onto somebody else's arm, and
Oh,
it's so
that
stupid.
was a little
But
while
you-
ago.
And you were
That came
making
in
fun of
five
me
minutes ago.
having my arms in my shirt last week, remember?
Yes, that's why I found out about
Is
it.
that why you
Because
found
I
it
was
funny?
laughing at you, and then your child said, "Oh, it's just like this."
Oh, okay. Well, I was freaking freezing. That's why I put my arms in the shirt like that. So,
It was cold last
Roblox is still being sued by dozens and dozens of more parents. That's fun. You guys know about that?
Why would we sue Roblox?
There's a lot of cases of child grooming and child abuse on Roblox.
okay, so my question
That
is,
makes sense,
you're supposed to be like editorializing this stuff, not just saying what's on there. So how has this suit of Roblox affected you personally?
It has not affected me personally, but it has affected people I know personally in the fact that they are now not playing Roblox.
Are they not playing Roblox because they're suing Roblox, or they just decided it was too creepy to play Roblox?
A little bit of both. The latter is the reason why I refused to play Roblox in the first place. I'm an adult, and that is not a game system for adults, in my opinion.
There's lots of adults on Roblox, though. We know
There
there's
are,
adults.
and that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, so with Minecraft, right?
Yeah, but Minecraft, you
So
can
how
pick and
do you-
choose who you play with.
So how do you determine when you're old for start? This came up in another post I read. How do you determine when you? Because here's the thing, being a Gen Xer and witnessing boomers and everything, the idea of superheroes and comic books was something that you put away when you were 16 or 14 and never touched again for the rest of your life because it was more important to go play golf or be in the garage with your car and everything. So you're saying Roblox is a little kid game that you shouldn't have to play, or that adults shouldn't play, which is very judgmental in and of itself.
It's not precisely what I'm saying, but it is the gist. So
okay.
I'll give you that.
So why is it something that? Okay, I understand that it's something that a ton of kids play. So
Right.
you probably should see. Here's the thing: it's like, huh?
For me personally, it is the sheer volume of minors compared to adults.
Okay, that's a valid comparison.
That's why I personally don't play. Is that there's so many younger kids that I personally don't enjoy it. But
Okay.
Minecraft is a different case because I can pick and choose who I play with. I can add my friends only, and we can all play together.
Okay. So it's not so much Roblox itself. It's not the games on Roblox. It's the audience of Roblox and their matchmaking system.
Which I think is an appropriate boundary setting for you.
I agree. I agree.
Lovely
Much
intern,
healthier
Chrissy.
than the young adult that I know that goes on there, not mentioning any names, who goes and picks on the little kids and picks fights with them and starts yelling at them.
I won't play Roblox with my own kid half the time because it's just mean.
Because she picks on people.
She is just mean. Everything. I don't like playing with people I don't know online anyway. I mean, we experienced that. I experienced that the last 4 times I played Grand Theft Auto. People just decide to I'm a target and should get. I'm just trying to get stuff to go so I can sell it on the black market. I don't need somebody driving over my character 5 or 6 times because I'm standing in the wrong spot on the street or on the sidewalk. I think that's always been I've never liked playing with people I don't know online. I like playing online with people, but I need to know them at some level because there's so many jackasses out there. There's a lot of really nice people out there too. It's just I never seem to meet them. Which is why we'd be good to have an online community. I'd like to have a bunch of people who like our stuff, who join us with this whole thing, and aren't jackasses, so I can get some people to get together with me so I can actually get some stuff, so I get enough gold so I can buy my saloon in Red Dead Redemption, or I can get enough stuff so that I can upgrade my dance club in Grand Theft Auto. Not that I'm a violent person or anything. Those games are, my outlet for that. So. Well, thank you for that input there, Orion. Maybe next week, come up with. I'm going to send you links to who's the guy who was at the end of 60 Minutes, which they destroyed, by the way. I will never watch CBS again. No one should ever watch CBS again, and no one should trust any of the mainstream news after what CBS did.
Why?
Why? Because CBS pulled their episode that talked about the prison in Venezuela or wherever we sent the guy down to, because it would look negative on the Trump administration. And basically they're just stopping and turning into a political propaganda machine. I mean, I guess you can watch it as long as you understand you're watching state propaganda, like Fox News. It's just CBS is the new Fox News. Because they want that merger. Oh, no, I would go that far.
Yeah, and yet I'm going to keep watching Stephen Colbert until his final show in May. So,
well, that's because Stephen Colbert doesn't give a fuck about CBS anymore.
Yes.
But on the other side, the downside of that is that they're teaming up with Paramount, which means that Star Trek now has become tied to that. So Star Trek, much like how The Simpsons were owned by a propaganda news organization, now Star Trek is owned by a propaganda news organization. So they're still going to get your money from you, even if you don't watch 60 Minutes or CBS News, because
Yeah,
you're going to
except
watch
I'm not
the other
going to
shows.
give them my money because I refuse to get Paramount, even though they have Star Trek, and I need Star Trek in my life.
So how do you get your Star Trek?
I don't.
Sad.
Come over and
It's
watch it
very
here
sad.
because we can't live without it. So you can come over and watch it here.
But I can't get my Star Trek.
Did anybody notice that it's really funny that all these conservative news channels that are like on a mainstream media type thing, all of the shows that show opposite of the news are liberal?
Yeah, that's like my MAGA uncle loves Star Trek, and I'm like, what? Like, how?
What do you mean?
How do you not get that this is the utopian society we are trying to build?
Well, because Trump's going to build that utopian society. Because these people don't understand nuance or plot or subplot or
You know, I get that he's a Ferengi.
yeah. Well, guys, this takes us up to the end of our stream for today. We got 3 minutes left. We'll go. Where's those pointy ears, Sarah? Next time. So let's go around and tell us what you've learned this week and what how you feel about everything or a failure. Dr. Jess, let's start with you and go around.
What we've learned this week? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
This show is brought to you by the letter I and the number
we're going to be
10.
popping off, selling our soul, trying to get people to hang out with us. Yeah, people should come hang out with us.
I'm gonna try. They can just come hang out with us. I'm just gonna do what I normally do. What a good game.
Yes.
Sarah.
We learned this week that by next week we will have our awesome Oops journal available for sale.
You can take that. You can take that off of there. You don't have to cover it.
Well, I don't want to cover up the not for resale because that looks weird.
That will be gone in the real ones.
But,
this
yeah.
is just proof.
Ryan, what did you learn this week? Other than that, you should pay more attention.
Plans
your
change
bosses,
really fast.
What plan changed for you really fast?
Last week, my girlfriend was gonna come over and meet my parents, and then plans have just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed.
Is there a reason for that?
She got sick real quick.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna buy that. Are you gonna be there Thursday?
Oh, I won't. No.
Is your mom going to be there?
What
about your girlfriend?
It's good
your
to
girlfriend going to be there?
Yeah, you send your girlfriend. You can stay home. Send your girlfriend. Get the official cult review.
Yeah.
Interview her. See whether or not she'd be better on this show.
We already
than you.
know he's not going to go to the Oops Journal one. He already told us that.
Send your girlfriend, because maybe she'll be a better,
I don't. I think she needs to meet my parents first.
You should come to the Oops Journal one before you go to the movie on the 30th.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, he might not want that, because if she sits down and actually reads it, she might figure out, oh, Orion's an oops. And then that would not be good for Orion. So
He could learn from it.
That's true. That's true. You could say Ryan could use the Oops journal too. Oops, I took my girlfriend to one of my cult events. See, it's an oops too. Oops journal coming out next week. Be there. All right, everybody. I haven't learned a goddamn thing and don't plan on it. Okay, so let's have some fun. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
You did learn.
You're really proud of that, aren't you, Sarah?
I'm promoting the heck out of this, man.
How's your Abascordism young adult novel going?
Hey, failure is mandatory.
Yeah, I know. It's probably just as good as mine. At least I've got 2 chapters done.
I did 2 chapters, and then
Did you?
and then haven't done anything. Haven't touched it in like 2 months now.
Sounds about right. Hey, we do have games that are ready to go to playtest. We'll talk about those next week. So we have 2 role-playing games that are written up and ready to go to playtesting next week. We'll talk about that then. Other than that, thanks everybody for showing up tonight. My name is Michael Anderson Henderson Dorland. There's 3 other people that can say bye too.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Michael, you did learn
week, y'all.
something this week, though.
What's that?
You learned I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you did learn that.
God damn it. I was on a
There you
roll
go.
there, Orion. You just screwed it up. All right, everybody. Have a great evening.
What else am I supposed to do?